Would you please tell us your name?
Hi, it's Joyce Hendricks.
So what have you brought to the Harvest today?
I brought two sort of small books that I have had for quite a while. This one is a program from the dedication of the high school. And this is from 56, this is from the mid-50s. I brought that. And I brought this program from a spectacle that apparently used to get done on a yearly basis in the 50s here. A historical presentation with a cast of thousands. It's crazy. So I did, and both of these I'm quite sure I found at yard sales as far as the origin of them.
What stood out to you from both of these?
What stood out? Well, I taught at the high school. I taught in the school district for a number of years, and I ended up teaching at the high school. I taught art, and it was very interesting to me to look at what the high school used to look like, and I know it's been through a lot of renovations and a lot of changes, but it was very interesting to me to take a look at that. Oh my gosh, this totally stood out to me. This is hilarious. Can I find that picture?
Yeah, go ahead.
Faculty room. First of all, check that out. First of all, there were boys' faculty rooms and girls' faculty rooms. Everybody was a little segregated at that time. Secondly, if you look closely at the picture, you will see an ashtray on the table and the teacher in the middle with a cigarette in his hands. So that's what jumped right off the page when I was glancing through this last night before I brought it here. Things have changed very much, and I thought that was hilarious. You can't even smoke on the school grounds outside any longer. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But what stood out to me about the high school piece here was how some things have stayed the same and how some things have changed. Like the gym pretty much looks exactly like it did in the 50s. And some other things, you know, have changed a lot. And then, you know, they had courses like homemaking. Hello, homemaking. And gosh, a lot of things that are, you know, combined courses and that just no longer exist. Just simply no longer exist. But it's just always interesting to take that little walk down memory lane. And then this also has all the other school buildings, the elementary school buildings that used to exist around here. And when I first moved here in 1971 to teach, I taught at all these buildings. Freeburg, Washington is now a community center down in Freeburg. Shamokin Dam School is gone. Monroe Township School is gone. The Med Express place sits on that site. And I'm not sure, I think in Port Trevor and Chapman Union is still there, but it's just kind of interesting from my perspective too that this is what the school district itself looked like when I first moved here and how much that has changed. So,
is there anything that's changed since this that you wish hadn't?
Personally, and I know I'm not the only one who feels this way, I know for economic reasons that consolidating schools and not using those little brick schools any longer, that's one thing that I really wish had not happened, because I taught in the outlying schools, and small classes, small class sizes, I mean the whole building was rather small, and it was better for the children, truly better for the children. And at the outlying buildings, a lot of the children could walk to school every day. They weren't on a bus so much of their daytime. So that was that's one thing I think kids right now have no knowledge of, and it was very cool to have that kind of system. Obviously that's the kind of school, I went to a small neighborhood school, and it's a good thing. It's gone by the wayside, but that reminded me of all those buildings that are not there anymore.